Hello, everyone. This is Katie Carney, and this is Katie Carney Stitching. So just so you know, I'm really sorry if you're having issues with the volume. I have done a couple tests. They've seemed to play fine for me. My last video played fine on my TV, so I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to talk close to the computer, which means that you get my face even closer. I also have a cold. Well, I had a cold last week. And then I sang at Mass last Sunday and I lost my voice. And then I got a cough because, yay, must be autumn. But it is Saints Day. All Saints Day. Souls is tomorrow. All Saints Day today. It is the 1st of November. I hope that you all had a wonderful Halloween yesterday. I did. My godson and his sisters came over to go trick-or-treating at my house. And I worked, obviously. And then I went out to dinner with a friend to celebrate my birthday a few weeks late, which was super fun. I am a firm believer in a birthday month. It's been a crazy couple weeks. That's why I haven't filmed. I've just been working a lot. I spoke at a conference for my personal life last week. And then Sunday I sang at 2 masses. So it's just been wild. But I have so much to show you. I have birthday presents to show. I have birthday starts to show. I have a birthday start that I haven't started yet to show. So much to see. I will probably pause this several times so I can cough. So if it's a little jumpy, I do apologize. But yes, I'm so glad you're here, and let's just jump right in. So first, I have one knitting new start. I told myself I was not going to start any new projects until I finished one. I lied. I did start this the week of my birthday, and that is the Enchanted Forest shawl. And I don't remember the designer, and I only printed out the cover page because that's what we do in the cross stitch world. So, dear knitwear designers, I'm going to need you to put your name on the cover. And it fits perfectly in this giant cross stitch bag. I am using yarn by Frog Yarns. Oh, geez. Sorry, my computer's making noise. I'm using yarn by Frog Yarns, and these are the colors that I have not wound into balls yet. And then here are the 2 that I have used thus far. And then I just started this. I was on a national meeting call that I didn't have to watch. I just had to listen. So this is what I started. So there is a lot more to go, and I have not picked it up since because I haven't knit anything since then. I had a couple events this week that I brought the sweater I'm working on to, and I was just never early enough to sit in my car for 10 minutes and knit. That's the way the cookie crumbles, my friends. So that's my knitting. That was my birthday new start of knitting. And then I also, during yet other national calls, I bought last year some diamond painting card kits. So I did 4 of these. 4 of these, and then I have 4 more that are almost done. I have 1 more color left to do. So I've discovered this was like a very good way to try diamond painting. It's the cheap kit from Michaels. It's not really my thing. I can see for cards that it's cute, though it takes more time than I really wanted it to, and it's not for me, but I'm glad I've tried it. I have some little keychain kits that I will do, but that is definitely never going to be something that I hang on my wall. It's just not my style. Okay, so now I shall show you my cross stitching. So I started to panic, if I'm being completely honest. I started so many things in October that I didn't know what to do about it. I was like, it's too much. So many new starts. I have to finish something. And so I decided to pull out Prairie Schooler Angels, and I thought this was further along than it was. Funnily enough, so I recharted this so I could use it in Pattern Keeper. And I had a lot of trouble recharting this fruit one. And didn't remember that part. I just remembered I had so much trouble with the fruit. So when I pulled it out, I thought that I had stitched one of the angels. That is not true. I had not stitched an angel because it was really just that I had trouble retarding it. So I am doing this all together in a row on a 32 count black linen from 123 Stitch with the called for DMC, and then I added the Gloria and Excelsis Deo that Devonna Pfeiffer had charted over one in gold. So I'm very close to finishing. I am going to keep working on this until it's done. I was supposed to work on Fra's ornaments today, fully finishing them, but it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so not today, maybe tomorrow, so I'm going to sit and stitch. So anyway, when I picked this up, I had to finish one of the boxes, so I had to do this whole box outline still. And then I immediately did that angel, who is not centered. Also, it's over 1/2, so 1 thread over 2 stitches. So that is not centered. Somewhere I messed it up. I just don't care. To be honest, though, I was kind of sad because I figured this might be my fair entry for next year, and then I messed it up, and I was like, well, there goes that. So I finished that either last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago, and I immediately picked up, and I'm glad I did that, the fruit one first, because that one was terrible to work on, and I knew it was going to be. It was complicated. They're practically full coverage. There's several thousand stitches in here. So then I did that middle one, and she was great and very easy, and then now I'm working on this one, and I love it. I love her. So here it is. And I just think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to get it done. Maybe I'll ask somebody to give me a gift card to Hobby Lobby, and I'll frame it this Christmas. Excuse me. I have decided next year is probably going to be a no-spend year because I have been absolutely unwell. These are the colors. They are beautiful. They're very muted prairie schooler. And mine's particularly muted because I only did 1 strand. And let me just tell you, 1 strand in that 32 count still shreds. I don't know what I thought I was going to get 2 strands through that. So there's that. Whip number 1 for cross stitching. So my next whip is, I'm pretty sure I've worked on this since I saw you, and it is Heart and Hand Harvest Tiny Town. And I am doing this with 1 thread on a 16 count Ada Rushmore by Mystic Fabrics. And let me just fold it so you can see it. I had really balled it up. I just pulled it out and I was like, wow, that is a ball of fabric, Catherine Mary. You know better than that. Clearly I don't. Trying to get the stitch marker out of the way. There we go. Whoop. So I actually did this house with 2 strands, and then when I picked it back up I didn't notice, and I picked it back up and used 1 strand. So that is, it looks a little different, but not enough that I'm willing to rip out an entire house. And since it's like a completely separate thing and the one thing I did, I'm just like, that house is the special house on the block. So there is where I am. And I was gangbusters on this. And then my birthday week came, and I think I had 4, between the knitting and cross stitch, I think I had 4 starts in a week. So that's that. I am not going to put that away for good yet, though. I am hoping to work on that a little more. And then my next, this is a new start for my birthday. I have had this kitted up for, I think, a year now. I think I bought this kit, well, Jen ordered it and I paid her for it. Last year at this time. I'm pretty sure this is a last year pattern. Let me see if there's a year. 2024. So this is Owl Forest Pumpkin Houses. And so I just had to come up with fabric for this. And at the retreat I went to, Michelle McGraw was destashing a bunch of Aida, and I took it all. She was like, do you want any of this before I put it on the freebie table? And I was like, I'll take all of it. So this is, it's a fabric flare. It's a plaid of some variety, and I love it. This was quite a stretch for me. I don't usually do crazy fabrics, and I was like, I just think it'll work, and it does. Look at how that house pops off of it. Oh, I love it so much. I am using the called for floss, 2 strands, because it's 14 count. Literally praying I have enough floss. If I don't, I'm just going to go until I run out, and it'll be fine. The variegation is amazing. So that's, I have used 5 colors so far. They wind their floss so tight, so it is very kinky, but it's the colors I've used so far. And like I said, I didn't know if it would work, and it really, really does. I thought I might be going a little too crazy, but nope. And the stitch marker came as part of the kit. And that's one of the houses. So cute. And I was working diligently on that, and then I feel like I picked, I had a new start on my birthday, and I put this down to work on the birthday start. So all of these need more time, like actual time, not just like an hour or two. Then I had 2 planned new starts for my birthday. One with Jen and Steph, and I will acknowledge that I did not remember that this was supposed to be a birthday new start, and they had to remind me. I'm an idiot. And it was Rip Halloween by Jardin Privé. And why are there are tissues in this bag? That is so gross. Oh. I did not pull the floss. I was not prepared. My birthday was absolutely wild in that I worked, and then my grandmother and I went out for a while, and then I came home and I had a bunch of stuff I had to do, and I was like, I don't have time to start anything. And then the pattern has a lot of black, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick fabric, and I have 310 literally in my stitchy spot. I'll just use it. So I did. I pulled hang on, I have it here. Also from Michelle, I pulled Frosted Pumpkin Silk Weavers by Silk Weavers. And this is actually not all the pattern. I didn't do it all. So it was a digital. I had it digitally, and I needed to put it into either Cross Stitch, RXP, or Pattern Keeper. I couldn't easily get it into anything, so I just opened it in Notion, and I forgot that it was 2 pages. So I got all the black done on the first page, and I was like, all right, now I just have a little bit of coloring to do. I'll put the box around and I'll be done. And there was a whole nother page, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to. I just don't want to. And it's my cross stitch. So I'm going to change it. So here's what I did. This is 1 page of the pattern. It should have a whole bunch of, like, a whole nother scene under here. This is supposed to say RIP, and I was like, RIP Halloween, like Halloween's dead, like what, huh? So I really liked the cauldron on the next page, so I pulled the cauldron and put that on. I filled in the house with the colors it called for, added some pumpkins, and that's it. And you were supposed to outline all of the letters with like a gray. And I was like, I feel that is not unnecessary. It's unnecessary stitching for Katie Carney. So here's what I did. I really like it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's going to go in the fabric roll of finished things that don't have a purpose. It might become a project bag because I think it would make a cute project bag, but we'll see. So that is RIP Halloween. I'm sorry, I do not have a picture of the pattern because I didn't print it out, and since it's already done, I don't want to waste the paper. Now, I very briefly, so the last time I saw you, I showed you my Prairie Schooler, and it was supposed to be done, and I should have started the next one, and I'm just not feeling it. I don't know if I'm done with the Prairie Schooler Santas or if I just need a break for a year or what. I am going to finish this one. It's just taking forever. So this is, and you have to remember, this is 2002. When I finish 2003, which I do want to do, that would be 88, 92, 96, 2000. That would be, I would have been doing these for like 5 years at that point. So that's a lot. I think I'm just bored. So anyway, Prairie Schooler Santa. I'm supposed to do 4 a year. I'm on my 3rd for this year. This is the 2002 Santa using 18 count fiddler's cloth and the called for DMC. And I'm almost done. I have to finish the jacket here and put the boots on. And put the other arm in. So like I'm pretty close. Oh, and apparently I have to add the holly berries here. But like really, it's pretty much done. So I am leaving it out. I will definitely finish this one. I would like to finish the next one. I think in 2026 I'm going to take a year off though. Because I'll be honest, I will pick up literally anything else but that. Like I'm like, I don't want to. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. So then, on my birthday, I was supposed to start another thing, and there wasn't time, and then I decided that I had to finish Angels first. But I am going to show you it because it is in my plans, and literally the moment I finish that angel, I'm starting this. And it is A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler, and this is a gargantuan project. And I think I told you I was going to start it. I bought fabric from Jen's stash. It is a lovely gray with just a little bit of modeling in it. I have absolutely no recollection of what the color is, but like there's just the tiny there that is true to color. There's just the tiniest little bit of modeling, and I like it more in the gray than I do in the cream. I am more of a gray person. See if I can get it back into that baggie it was in. And I pulled the anchor. I got this little thing at Hobby Lobby for $2.50, and it fits anchor spools in it perfectly. One of them has fallen over, but that's okay. And then I'm short, I think like 3 colors. Oh wait, I can tell you because I marked them off. I need Anchor 45, which is DMC 814, DMC 645, 30, 41, and 501. So I need 4 colors. I can't imagine that I won't be able to start without them though. That's not the picture. So it's huge. But I saw it stitched at that retreat and I was like, oh, I just have to do it. Now that is huge, but I started the biggest project of my life on Halloween yesterday, and it's a mammoth. Big Bertha. It's giant. This is going to be like a 10, maybe 15-year project, and that is Stony Clover Halloween Village Afghan. She's a beaut. She's a beaut, Clark. Here it is it's small, but you can actually see it all. Like, look at that witch's cape and that two big houses. Oh, I love it so much. So each block is 90 by 89. So I started with block number 1, and my plan is I'm going to work on it this weekend just to get some actual work on it. But my plan is to work on it on the 13th and the 31st. So I'm going to do the 13th because there's not always a 31st, but the 13th and 31st of the month. Excuse me. So here are the colors I've used thus far. Not many. I'm just winding them. I'm just putting them on bobbins as I go because otherwise I'll be here forever. I am using the called for 20, is it 20 or 22 count? Hang on. the called for 20 count Lugana 4/2 full cross. So here is my start. So for this, I'm every 10 stitches, I'm putting an X in. So I will not do this outside border until the very end or until I connect. 1, so it's easy to rip out if I'm off, and 2, so it's easy to count by tens. But I did these ones, I'm doing the full cross. And then this is the beginning of that pumpkin vine. So that first block doesn't have a ton. There's more to this block. I just have to move the hoop, and I figured I would fill everything in and then move the hoop. And then so there's back stitching in the block, and I am going to wait to do the back stitching till I get all the stitching in the block done, but I am going to back stitch as I go. And my plan also is that I will back this. Most people do not back them. I'm going to either get a Halloween sheet or a plain sheet, and what I'll do is, obviously I can't quilt it because it's cross stitched, but I will just do like you know how they do like the yarn? I'll do something like that where you just like put the yarn up and through and then tie it so they stay together. But there's no way. One, I can't imagine my back's gonna be that beautiful. Like it's not ugly right now. But also then any threads on the back are contained. It just makes more sense. It's huge. Like, just for reference, this is the top, which is smaller than the other side. So she's big. She's very, very big, and I love her. So yay. So that's that, and that was my Halloween start. And there are a lot of colors to this. This is from 1 2 3 Stitch. And this is what I pulled from Stash. It does call for one big thing of Threadworks, and I'm subbing in this Bestitch Me Fall Foliage. So yeah, that's my big new start. One more thing about that, I'm keeping it in a pillowcase so that it doesn't get filthy dirty, just a little dirty. And then I have the floss, very fittingly, in a Prisoner of Azkaban Harry Potter bag. And then my floss drop, I did use some pretty, and then these are Halloween. It's all very themed. I had a lot of fun with the theme. So that is, like I said, at least a 10-year project, if not longer. Now, I had a great birthday, and I got some birthday boxes. Before I show you that, though, whenever I fully finish Frost ornaments, I got these at the dollar store today, and let's experiment together. So let's just pretend. How cute is that going to look mounted on a little tree? Oh, that's going to be adorable. So the really small ones I'm going to mount on these, I think. But that is a tomorrow problem. I also got myself some of these like gardener things to finish on. People post pictures and it looks so easy, so I'm going to try this, not for Frost ornaments, but for stuff that I have that's done. Okay, to my birthday. First off, a friend sent me a box of wonderful things for my birthday, but a lot of it was for recovery for when I have my procedure. But part of it was the recipes from the world of Tolkien. So I think this winter when I'm depressed, I'm going to have a dinner party and have a Tolkien themed dinner party and dress like a hobbit. So that will be fun. And then Steph is incredible. And first off, she sent me my favorite kind of pens. and Alzheimer's Association color, my two favorite colors. So purple is work and green and pink. So perfect. And they're Frixion, so they erase, which is my favorite. And then she sent me a blue one. She sent me some fun Halloween washi tape. And I love this sticker so much. The best part, though, is she made me this beautiful bag. Look at this. Aww. And then I actually have a Halloween skirt out of this fabric for when I dress up like a witch. And then, let's see what else. Talk about a woman who knows me. She sent me the most beautiful, look at this, for by my stitchy chair. I mean, I should use it as a jewelry box because I really need a jewelry box, but I don't want to. I love this so much. I have been like wanting to put it out, but I've had this box of things that I wanted to show you all. So now I can use it. And then she sent me some beautiful silk floss in autumnal colors. So that's like autumn in a skein of floss. And she made some grime guards, which now I can use because she knows that I use hoops. And then I got some very fun stuff from Jen. So some fun socks. Some reclaimed patterns that she is not going to finish. So on some very, very wonderful colored fabric. A little kit, learn to cross stitch, and it's a little cat. And I am going to stitch this for myself, even though I have a little friend that I'm teaching how to stitch. This is for the chart on Halloween's night, but look at this pretty color of purple. More socks, which I love. And then she sent me some kitted up stuff. So this fun pattern from Lindy Stitches. It's all kitted up and ready to go. Look at this. Oh, making a mess. This is from Spring Soiree. So that kit, very exciting. Steph, oh, I forgot. Steph sent me Three Sisters Apothecary Twilight in the Grove. It's fancy soap. Wait to see this. It's so pretty. And then soaps. Also, Steph sent me a bag of, like a box of all my favorite candies and Reese's, and I would show that to you, but I ate it. And then this is also me. It's funny, she sent me two silks, Steph, and they're both me in floss. One is autumn and one is just Katie colors. This one is Easter and this is autumn. Love them. And then I got some scissors, excuse me, and like some, what do they call those things that you put on your scissors? Scissor fobs. I got there. Steph sent me some beautiful pink ribbons for finishing. Beautiful. Like, look at that color. That is so, oh my gosh, it like matches. She sent me a beautiful bath bomb. And this, now that I am showing it to you, I can do it, a Make It Mini from Honeydukes. So, between Steph and Jen, I had two very full boxes of three actually, very full boxes of very fun things, and I'm very, very spoiled, so thank you very much. And thank you for everybody for the birthday wishes and the birthday gifts. one of which is being saved for next year because I'm going to have a very low spend next year because your girl has been crazy. So I had a great birthday. It was a good birthday month. I'm glad it's over, to be honest. Work has been absolutely insane. I have a work trip this coming weekend to Philly, and then I think the travel will be over for a few months. So that's good. Now it's time to take down the leaves and get ready for Christmas. So, yay. I'm going to listen to Christmas music tomorrow while I work on Frost ornaments because it feels fair. Anyway, I hope that you're all well. I hope that you could hear this. Thank you for the comments and my new followers. It's always fun to see those come in. I try to answer. Sometimes they disappear, so don't think I'm ignoring you. And again, I hope the volume worked on this. And I hope you're well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.